Who knows how many short-term personal goals they've done?
I've done exactly one.
Perfect. How much XP do you have?
Let's find out. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Actually, go over and bring up the character sheet. I have 1,225.
Okay, and what did you do during character creation? Was it all random?
Yes, all random, 100%. I forgot for a little bit that actually gave us extra experience, and that's why we were divergent.
Yeah, I gotta find out what gives you what. So, totally random, but I think I came across like the best book known to man.
What you
That's
find?
And I am one paragraph into the first chapter.
that's a bold claim. What is that book?
So, I have like this strange obsession with necromancy pretty much, and my Kindle was just like, hey, check out this book, it's got a cool cover and it's called Prometheus Undead. So, like, okay, that sounds cool. So I started reading the prologue, and considering the name, and I kind of just skimmed the summary, which was something about some young kid, demons, raising the dead to face his enemies. And the prologue is just about a ex-KGB operative spilling secrets on how the Soviets threw a satellite into space that had live nuclear warheads on it, and one of them became active, and they sent out an astronaut, and he ended up dying up there. They don't know if the warhead's still active or not in this satellite. And like they did this whole background on this. And the first paragraph of the first chapter is just, well, after the Cold War, the Soviet Union forgot about the satellite until an alien ship ran into it and crashed into the Atlantic Ocean.
So that was like
All
a
right.
smooth curve of escalation, and then it becomes like this precipitous cliff that curves back in on itself.
Yeah. And somehow necromancy is going to come into play, I think, unless it's the wrong book.
They're wizard aliens.
Yeah, it's like I was thinking I had a comparison for a moment, but then I realized I didn't.
I would be impressed if you did.
Okay, guys, mic check.
Work.
Yep.
There we go.
You sound different.
Yeah, this is what my voice sounds a little more like. I was doing conference calls all summer, and then I finally got a headset call, and guy goes, "What's wrong with you?" Nothing. Why? Are you sick? No. That's how much that other headset was distorting my voice.
Honestly, I'm surprised my voice doesn't sound off today. I damn near broke my nose.
Uh-oh. How'd you do that?
Yikes.
Just slipped and fell, landed on my
Ah,
face.
ay, ay, ay.
This is why we all need sad trombones following us around. Just for those explicit moments. I hope your face is okay, though.
Oh yeah, it's like my nose is still straight. It was just like bleeding profusely.
Ooh, not fun. Did you break your nose or almost?
I'm tentatively going to say almost. Admittedly, I've never like thoroughly broke my nose before, so it's a little hard to say, but yeah.
Ooh, not fun. Okay, guys, are we ready?
I have a question for you.
Yeah. Sorry for the delay. What a day. Uh-huh.
By any chance, do you know the total you get of XP for going fully random?
For going fully random?
Yeah, for character creation.
Total 100. Oof, I have to go look at the book.
I
I've
think
got
you
to go.
boosted the amount for one of the rolls.
I
but I forget
boosted
which
the
one.
amount for the racial because I don't like seeing a bunch of elves and dwarves run around. It's supposed to be human centric, so I boost that. I don't
That didn't
stop it.
stop it.
Yeah, it doesn't stop it, but to kind of boost that, that's supposed to be 25. I bump it up to 50. And then, let's see, it's 50 more for class, and it is 50 more for characteristics. So 125 total. Which isn't a lot, actually. It's kind of nice, but honestly, in
Still
the
a whole
overall
extra
scheme of
talent.
things, yeah. But eventually you're going to get up to around 4,000. So the 125 really doesn't make a big difference.
I mean, it does early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
The point is
dying.
timing rather than amount.
That is true.
So apparently I'm a bit behind XP. Do you mind if I bump up or?
How are you a bit behind? How much are you a bit behind?
Well, Griffin says he's done one personal quest, which is what I've done, and he's
Right.
got 1,200 some, and I've
Uh-huh.
got 950.
You started the whole campaign out, right?
Yeah,
You didn't miss a session, right?
correct. I
I
think I
think
did, but
you
you played my
missed.
character, or I was late.
Yeah, you were late. Well, you did full non-random, so that would be 125 less than a pure random.
Correct.
Yeah,
To
you
be
should.
100 and then 1,100
Yeah.
exactly.
So, yeah, bump yourself up around 175, something like that.
Works for me. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you missed something. Anyone else before we start?
I should probably tell you, since Theta probably can't himself, that he's a bit ill, and if he disappears entirely, it's because bad things are happening. So don't worry too much about that.
Okay.
Uh, but I guess on that note, my opinion would be, he's kind of done what he's already wanted to do, and he's just sitting downstairs. So at least that's very simple to handle.
Yeah. In context of this, it'll be easily to handle. But the next one, we'll see. We'll work around it. Okay, so let's recap.
Right.
You guys started in Altdorf, and you started going up the River Reich, and just past Castle Reichgard, you found the first part of Death on the Reich, which you guys promptly script, which is building a. Let's do this. There we go. The Emperor was building a signal tower, and there were two dwarves desperate to get away, and the head engineer running down the hill, rolling down the hill as he tripped, and trying to stop the two dwarves from leaving and offering you guys a job to look into whatever was going on. And this signal tower was actually being built on top of something far older. And you guys promptly declined the work and took on the two dwarves and deposited them at the first inn that you guys came across, the Ghastly Swan. And
Help them, they just would never have learned their lesson about building stuff on evil black pillars, you know?
you're absolutely right. And you guys continued down to Kemperbed. Kemperbed is where the River Reich and the River Ster meet. And in Kemperbed, it's actually over the River Ster, two sections, with a series of lifts on the left side. I actually have another picture out of the new Rough Night 4E release. However, I am uncertain why they have water coming down other than dramatic effect. Are you guys seeing this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no reason for water coming down. None. The river Ster comes between two to 300, 400 feet high cliffs. So there's no water running through Kemperbed. I have no idea unless they've changed things dramatically. But
Maybe
nonetheless,
just engineering street cred.
yeah, or I think it was
Like I put a
for
waterfall in that.
yeah, dramatic effect. That's all I can figure out. Okay, so
Sorry, but the original map does show that the oh yeah, no. Sorry, I didn't
yeah, it's
outside
coming
that.
in
It's
between.
still,
Yeah, cliffs.
even with the lock system, it's still way too low for that.
Way too low. No idea what that is. Anyway, maybe they'll explain it later. I have no idea. Okay, and then you guys came to the Three Feathers Inn, and there you've had a pretty rough night. Let's start out. First of all, the Gravine, Maria Ulrike von Leibowitz von Ambostein, is here with her entourage heading up to Kemperbed for a trial. The trial is because I actually got to get a book. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. I left it in the other room.
Oh no. Gotta fill the silence with something. Quick, song dance number.
All right, I'm back. The trial is because Baron Eberhard von Demmenblatz has accused the Countess of killing his uncle, Otto van Demmenblatz. The Countess, on the other hand, the Gravine, is claiming that he got drunk and got so drunk that he drank himself to unconsciousness, slumped face first into the punch bowl, and drowned. And they are going to Kemperbed to get that resolved. So that was one thing going on here. The next thing that is going on is this man right here, whose name is Gustav, and I'm trying to Reichart, Gustav, yeah, Reichschandler, is her lawyer, the Gravine's lawyer. And 3 travelers came in that seemed to be very interested in this lawyer, and one of those 3 have now lost their life in an accident within his room. The third thing is this man right here. His name is Frederick von Pfeifoucher. And von Pfeifoucher was with a lover named Hannah, but they were going in the names of Mr. and Mrs. Johann and Frau Schmidt. And in around 11:30 in the evening, one Thomas Pram handler up here arrived with his thugs because Hannah is betrothed to him. And ended up coming and horsewhipping poor Pfeifoucher for a little while till the Gravine putting a rest to that, yes. And prior to that, one of the Gravine servants had a heated discussion with Pfeifoucher, and that servant is most likely missing. Pfeifoucher's bed sheet is missing also. And there's a tiny bit of blood on the floor. Now, finally...
And the innkeeper knows something too.
Yes, finally. 3 cultists of Moor arrived. This is a great pick, by the way. Bringing a coffin with them. And they came and took the coffin upstairs. Here's another pick of the cultists, just because it is so cool.
Oh.
Yeah, I love it. Initiates of Moor. And at 12 o'clock at night, all of a sudden, there's a commotion coming from the room of the cultists. The coffin was moving. And Evo went and pushed one of the three was sitting on the coffin. And Evo went and pushed him off and opened up the coffin. And sure enough, a person was in the coffin, very much alive. And it was such a miracle of Moor, wasn't it? And and at this point, you guys have invited them all down for a drink. And the one who suddenly came back to life is looking a little lost and confused. Harball noticed he was drugged. And they're having a uneasy drink with Dor and Harball right now, as Wolf nursing a drink over here, feeling a little under the weather, must have been going outside in all that rain. And finally, we have Garrett up here, outside. Where are you right now, Garrett?
On the roof, as I
Yeah.
have been for a few hours at this point.
Yeah, it's been rainy and wet. It's a thatched roof, so it's not as slippery as some sort of shingled or
But the
tiled
gossip
roof.
has been so juicy, and I'm
Yeah.
living every minute on top. And there's
Absolutely.
supposed to be a boat coming by.
Yes. Okay. Now, where are we at? At 12:20, a scream arises, and it is time actually to set the music. I'm not going to play the Pink Panther, but we're going to set the tone right now. I think we're going to set the tone. There we go.
Yes, play that
Okay.
organ.
And do I have music? Do you guys hear something?
I don't hear anything.
Nothing playing yet.
No, neither do I. Okay, so instead, I'm going to play it directly off of here.
For some reason, Roll20 just opened a blank pop-up.
Don't know.
Mm.
I think
Oh, I hear that.
that's a pretty important detail, which may be related to what's happening. But someone is missing a crown.
Crown jewels.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And am I hearing anything? I'm supposed to be hearing
I'm hearing the Pink
Panthers.
Panther theme now.
Okay,
too.
you are. Okay. I'll let that play out. I can't hear anything at the moment. So I'm going to have to refresh this in a minute. So at this point, who is going upstairs? Alberek, I see you're already up there.
Yes.
Are you staring down the two guards?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they're looking at you and they kind of squinting their eyes a little bit. You're looking at them. Who else wants to come upstairs?
I'm
I
going to
know
keep
that-
having a drink with my new friend here.
Evo is outside. Tefane, you're outside. You're having a
She's
new
had enough
drink?
of the Gravine and she wants her to choke to death. So
Okay.
And I'm just kind of slumped against a wall, just staring at the grave site that I just made.
All right. Because here's what happens. The Gravines, men-at-arms, are coming down and saying, everybody upstairs at once. I'm not going to bring tokens here, but you can imagine they come down. They're ordering everyone. Cultists of Moor, Dor, you guys. They come outside. Evo and Tefane, do you want to hide?
no, I'll come up
Okay.
with the
So-
smug shit-eating grin on my face.
Everybody come. Everybody move your tokens down here. And at this point, we've got these four. This, the guy who magically came back to life is being helped by the other ones. They're here.
Oh, no, I'll
Alberic.
be helping him.
Okay. Oh, then you come on up. Put your token up here. Because you are coming upstairs. Everybody is being ordered up. And even including the serving girl, Evo, everyone. So at this point, what you see as you come down, I'm tired of moving tokens. You guys get the idea. As you come down, you see a serving girl, a whole collection of all of them. They've all come out and they're looking here at Bruno's room. And Bruno is dead on his bed with a dagger in his back, which can happen actually in the game mechanics. That's a coup de grace if you are caught completely unaware like that.
So refresh us. Which one was Bruno? Because he wasn't in the summary we just did.
He
Bruno
was
the champion.
the
for the
judicial
Crusade.
champion who was already attempted to be poisoned once.
Oh yeah.
And now he is lying in a pool of his own blood on the bed with a dagger in his back.
There's no windows or anything either, is there?
There is a fireplace.
Is it
Hmm.
lit?
Is the fireplace lit? No. Mm-mm.
Are there tracks? Because that shit is really,
There might have been. Go ahead. Who's got follow tracks?
I mean,
Not
I
helping
would
her.
assume
Screw that.
black foot marks.
And hold on a second, Evo. I'm looking at your character sheet. Yeah. Okay. And Gustav
Perception.
comes forward and pulls out the dagger and looks at it, brings it out here. The Gravine is out here. Evo, make a perception plus 40. And I'm going to refresh my browser at the moment. Very good. You notice your dagger's missing. As a matter of fact, that kind of looks like your dagger.
Uh-oh.
Whoops. Hold on a second,
That's
guys.
cut off for a minute. I was.
I've got to get
my-
back into game.
Oh, that was my graphics card driver.
Okay. Did you make a perception? I thought I saw like a plus 7. Yeah. Your dagger is missing. As a matter of fact, that looks like your dagger. Do you want to
I'm
fess
not going
up?
to say anything to
You're
that
not going to
effect.
say anything. Okay. All right. Because okay. And you see the halfling who was gambling. There we go. Now I'm getting the music. He steps forward. Where is his token disappear to? Oh, where did you go? There we go. He steps forward and he says, I recognize that dagger. I think it's his. And he points at you, Evo.
Okay, at this point, I'm going to go check. Make a point of checking my bag to see if that is in fact mine.
Well, I assumed you had it on you. That's generally what daggers are for.
Oh, yeah, but like, making a point of showing it says thing.
You are missing your dagger.
Shit.
And the Gravine goes, looks at everyone, said, I'm authorized as the Gravine to exercise my imperial right of dispensing common justice. And I think it seems right that I should do so here and now. Therefore, I rule that everyone shall return to their rooms for the remainder of the. And then she looks at you, Evo, and your group. Furthermore, all your weapons, and she's now looking at you guys, and equipment shall be confiscated, and guards will be posted at your door and beneath your window. However, is there anyone who particularly wants to be a judicial champion or become a judicial champion?
Sorry, one moment. The map isn't showing up for me right now.
You're here. Let's bring you down here just to be safe.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
just
having-
getting the background.
Okay, give it a sec.
let me,
It'll eventually show. Or yeah, go ahead and refresh. Roll20 can be slow like that at times.
This
Yeah.
would be a good chance for Albert to go legit, but
Lady Tiffane, do you want to be a judicial champion?
What does that mean specifically?
You get a free entrance into the judicial champion career.
No.
You'd be fighting for the life of the person that you hate this evening.
Uh-huh.
Would it be
Absolutely not,
Oh.
then.
Specifically the Gravain's judicial champion?
Yes,
Oh,
you have
no.
a chance to make a real powerful ally.
I take it for career that would be duelist.
Now, it's duelist level 4. That's your entry. And then you can do things to go back to 1, 2, and 3 and pick him up. But you don't have to be a judicial champion. Anyway, she looks at you, Evo, and she says, I sentence you to replace my murdered champion until it pleases me to decide otherwise.
I'm gonna raise my hand and be like, "Ma'am, I have a question."
You notice she has a commanding presence. So everybody who comes into her presence, and that doesn't necessarily include you guys, but everyone else just is hushed. Yes? Yes.
So, when you say order us all back to our rooms,
yes.
we have this fine gentleman here that we found in a coffin that's been
He
drugged.
shall go back with the Meridians, along with my poor judicial champion Bruno here. They shall dispose of him.
Can I join him to make sure nothing further happens? We don't even know who this man is. He could be a
Yeah. And the Meridians, one of them steps forward and says, "My lady, no, that's not going to be needed. We have sacred rites we need to continue now that our compatriot here has come back to life. We'd rather not." And the Gravine looks at you and says, "No, I'm sorry." Anyone want to try to hide at this point? They are, aren't they? Anyone else want to hide at this point, or otherwise try to sneak away unseen? Probably isn't
Yes.
going to be able to happen, but you can
I
try.
won't.
Okay, so everyone go to your rooms at the moment. These guys go here. The halfling goes down to the common dormitory where he is staying. Alberic, you want to try to get away?
well, I took a look at my stealth, and the stealth says no.
No. Okay. She goes here. He goes here. A guard is posted here. Another guard's posted out in front of your window. Where are you, Garrett?
Like, is he
I'm still
creeping
on
on
the
us?
roof.
Where on the roof? Remember, it's a thatched A-frame style.
I
So-
suppose I have moved over to this location in the process of everything.
Okay. Bruno is now dead. So he goes with the Meridians. And let's see.
I do have a general question.
Yeah.
Someone did mention the chimney. Since I've been on the roof for a while,
Mhm.
nobody else has been up here, as far as I've noticed.
No one else has been up there as far as you've noticed yet.
All right.
But you've
That's one
been
possibility.
all over the roof because there was all this commotion right here
Mhm.
and a commotion over here. Is it possible that somebody snuck up and into that chimney? Possibly. Go ahead, make a perception. Really hard.
Let's
Minus
check it
30.
out. What would you say the general shape of the roof is? I imagine probably just flat.
No, it's A-framed.
Okay.
So you've got
That
a
makes sense.
spine. Yeah. So
So,
let
like
me.
somewhere around here.
You've
would
got
probably
a
be
spine running this way, right around. Let me. I've got to. There we go. Running down here, another spine going straight down the middle over here. All A-framey. Now, you don't notice because it is raining too, which makes it really difficult. If somebody came and went, kind of hard to tell. If somebody was in, so you want to search Bruno's room, right? I think someone door. You've got a cute sight. Make a perception. Very good. Unfortunately, not good enough. Whoever was there, if there was someone there, covered their tracks better. Unless you
I
want
did
reroll.
roll tracks earlier.
I know.
No, that wasn't good enough.
No, unless you
Well,
want reroll. Do you have follow
I rolled a
track, by the way?
36. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, no.
not sure why, but it is taken. I'm assuming career or something.
Let me make
Health.
sure we're still not having issues with your character sheet and rolling.
You do see my track, right?
Oh, there it is. Yeah. You have track?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
I'm
a wolf.
assuming from
Yeah.
health.
Yeah, it still failed, though. But yeah. I mean, you still didn't beat her. If there was someone in
I heard
there, they covered their tracks better.
Hmm.
All right. Now,
You didn't cover your tracks good enough.
these guys are here. These guys are gone. Everyone is gone. And except for one guard out in front of her room, and she's trying to get everyone else asleep. All these guys are back to wherever they went, except for that. So you've got one guard out in front of your room, one guard underneath. You've lost all your equipment. And
Question.
mm-hmm.
I have my book.
What's that?
I mean, it's just an innocent book. No one would think about taking my book, right?
Especially your book. And as she's ordering, and as you say that, not my book, and she goes, especially your book. She's very smart.
Does that stop me?
Dealt
from
with
casting
wizards.
Spells?
Yeah. No, your memorized spells you can cast. But anything in your grimoire that you haven't memorized yet, no. How many spells have you memorized so far?
Well, I'm not sure how all that works. I don't know.
Well, when you take, okay, let's go through that. Your grimoire is your list of all the spells you could possibly cast. If you're casting out of the grimoire, it's double the normal casting number. When you take talents, especially the magic arcane talent, that gives you magic. Is that arcane magic or magic arcane?
Arcane magic.
Okay, so it starts with an A. There we go. Arcane magic. Now you get to choose a lore. You may now memorize spells from your chosen lore for the following costs. Memorized spells do not require the grimoire and are at normal casting cost. But you now have to spend an extra 100 for your first number of memorized spells up to your willpower bonus.
Yeah, that's
So
just what I've been doing. So I guess
or
all
is
of these
it-
are my memorized.
Actually, is it willpower or is it intelligence? I think it's no, it's intelligence bonus. So if your intelligence bonus is 4, it will cost you 100 XP for the first 4 spells, 100 each. Then 200 XP for the next 4, and that's for each spell. All right? So at this point, have you spent XP to learn additional spells?
Yes.
Okay, which ones? And you should probably mark them with like an asterisk or something in your spell book in the character sheet so you know you've memorized this.
I think. No, I have not gotten extra spells actually. I did 5
Okay.
each, which was up to my willpower bonus.
Okay, so at this point then you're going to want to probably take extra XP that you get from this point on and buy spells. Start memorizing a few. The typical ones are Bolt Blast, all that, but you know, anything else. Okay.
Invisibility, probably.
Yeah, invisibility. Oh yeah, see if you've been casting that out of the grimoire, it's double casting number. You have to memorize it to get the actual casting number listed in the book. But you know, we'll let those
I
go.
read it as like we get like the first 5 for free or something like that.
No, that's petty. That's petty. petty spells, you can memorize petty spells for free up to, what is it, your intelligence bonus? Let me go find it. It's under P. Petty magic. You have the spark. When you take this, you manifest and permanently memorize a number of spells equal to your willpower bonus. So you memorize, meaning you cast them at their normal casting bonus. For arcane, you actually have to pay 100 for each spell that you learn. But anything in your grimoire, which is why I have you roll and choose your spells up front, you can cast those at double casting cost. So see how that works?
Yeah, we never rolled though.
Oh, you should. Well, roll a die 4 plus 4. You get 5 to 8, and then you choose them. Should choose them now, or while we're playing the game. Right.
So I get
Got
2
that,
more.
Will? So you've got 7. So yeah. So whatever spells you've written down, write down 2 more. Now for 100 XP, you can add to your grimoire, even if you. So that you're not limited by that. You can keep adding either the generic arcane spells or the lore-specific arcane spells into your grimoire. It costs some XP. It requires an endeavor. And you can keep improving, increasing. And then over time, you can spend extra XP to memorize. Okay, so here we are. Now, at 1:20.
Actually,
In the
before
morning.
we advance, Evo is the one who is taking over for the dead judicial champion.
We'll
And do I have that right?
see about that, but that
Well,
was
Okay.
That was her assessment, yes?
Yeah.
yes.
So she's
Evo.
named Evo, is now thrown into the bedroom. The sheets are changed for you. Everyone else is now in this room with a guard out in front and down below. That includes Wolf. Let's get Wolf's character down and Harbaugh.
All right, then Albrecht will speak to the guard at the door. I know you will not let us out of here, but could you speak to Evo, the lady's new champion, and ask him if he would like me to take his place? It all happened so fast, and I've had a change of heart.
And she says, you'll have to work that out with the Gravine tomorrow.
Well,
I'm under orders. I'm sorry.
Well, in
far
that
be it for me
case,
to ask you to neglect your orders.
Now, at this point, where are we at? 1:20 a.m. You guys are trying to get some sleep? Yes? Anyone want to do anything? Lady Tefane.
Nah, I'm gonna sleep, I guess. What's the point?
Albrecht, Dor, Wolf,
Sleeping.
Harbaugh.
Yeah, I can't really.
Okay.
I'm still up and awake. I'm still waiting for that boat, and
Yeah.
I guess until the boat happens to come by, I want to kind of listen into this room in particular for a little bit. I have
Okay.
no idea who actually is supposed to be in this room.
So since they took my book, they're clearly aware that I'm a wizard, I'm assuming.
Yeah. You come over here and go ahead and make a stealth.
Okay. And
At
this isn't
plus
aiming down
40.
over the window or anything.
Yeah, plus 40. Easy. The curtains are drawn, but you can kind of see through. There's still a little bit of light as this woman hasn't been able to go to sleep all night. Not a problem. And it is one of the serving girls for the Gravine. Servant.
So nothing particularly unusual here.
Not at all.
Okay.
And at 1:20 a.m., a servant, her, she comes and knocks on the door. She goes, the Gravine would like to see all of you. Please, at once.
Sorry, but I was trying to get this in earlier, but since I was tossed into the crime scene, I would actually like to give that a more proper surveying.
Go for it. Make a perception.
I'll re-roll that.
Go ahead. That's your first reroll. Remember, rerolls regenerate. Fate and resilience are permanent expenditures. Resilience is the super reroll, enables you to either name your roll number or have an automatic +1 success if there's no chance of you winning. So if you go up against like a +10 success level and doesn't matter what the roll number is, you can spend a resilience and you automatically win by 1. Okay, Evo. So nope, you don't really notice anything again. They covered
Yeah.
their tracks really well.
It appears
Yeah.
that Detective Evo will have to wait.
Okay, so you guys, I'm not going to move your tokens. You all go into the Gravine's room, and the guard's sitting out here, also in the back. And she goes, "Close the door." And the guard goes, "You sure, my lady? You trust him?" "Yes, I do. Close the door." And so the door is closed. And she says, "I'm sorry it was necessary to have you locked up. It seemed the only way to calm everyone down and to appease whoever is against me here. I believe you are innocent. No one would be so stupid as to leave their own dragger behind as a clue. Anyway, we have until dawn to discover who actually killed Bruno. I'm sure Demonblatz is behind it all. I'm going to Kemperbed to find a lawsuit against him. If I'm right, then his agents will try to kill my new champion." And she smiles a little bit at you, Evo. "But this time, you will all be waiting for them. Guard will be left on your room for the sake of appearance, but you all spend the rest of the night in Bruno's room. One weapon of your choice shall be returned to each of you. No more than one. I don't want you trying to make a break for it. Well then, let's get moving. There isn't much of the night left." Now, Albrecht, do you want to approach?
Yes, I was about to, my lady. If I may, so much has happened in so little time, and I've had some time to think, and I would like to be your champion, if you would have me.
Is that okay with you, sir? And she looks at you, Eva.
He's a fine fighter. If that is his wont, then I'll not
Yeah.
contest.
You have a look about you, sir. And
I
she
do.
looks at you. Yes. Do you still have the criminal trait, or have you spent
He does.
XP to remove it? Well, beggars can't be choosers. You shall be my judicial champion. You're going to have to do something about your criminal look. You have the look of a criminal about you. I can't have that around me for the sake of appearances.
I will try to tidy myself up.
You're going to have to spend 100 XP to remove the criminal talent.
And once I get that, I will.
Okay, so we've got
Speaking
Wolf.
of the
We've got
talents he
Thor.
gets.
Wolf, you're not feeling well. Did you want to, when all that was happening, try to bail outside? You can put it in text in game in Discord. If you're not feeling well, then talk. Wolf? Okay. You know what? I'm going to assume he did just skip out to the back. So we're going to take Wolf out because he's not feeling well. Harball will be in here. And at this point, we're going to cue some music. I have no idea what I've queued. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I got to turn it down now. It's too loud. Okay. Now, you guys are locked in. What weapons have you taken? Anything long is going to be really a challenge because of the confined space.
Good
Take the
thing I'm
bow,
taking
my bow.
knucks.
You're going
I
to take
want
your
my
bow.
bow.
Okay.
It's not a long bow, so it's a regular bow.
Yeah, that's perfect. You can take your bow. Evo?
I'll be taking my knuckles.
Okay. So, Wolf, then you are in here. All right. So
Yeah,
you're in the
Albert,
room
sorry.
too. Okay. And
Albert's will have his
you have your what?
hand weapon
You have your sword. Okay.
and
or
messer.
Messer. That's right. Dor, you have your grimoire. Harball will have his dagger. Lady Tefane, her bow. And Wolf, what do you have? You have a dagger, so you have your dagger with you. Okay. Now, it's now pitch black in here. And it's also after almost 2 a.m. in the morning. There's no light in the room, so you must wait in the darkness. Each of you make an endurance plus 20.
Including me up top. Or does the rain keep me awake?
No, you're still awake. The rain's keeping you awake. The elements are keeping you awake.
Okay.
Okay, Lady Tefane, you start snoring.
I fall asleep. Okay.
Okay, Alberic, you're asleep too. You can re-roll this if you want.
I'm not really that motivated to stay awake, to be honest.
Yeah, I figured. Dor, you're asleep.
I'm passed out.
Yeah. Alberic, Lady Evo, you're fine. Wolf, if you can hear this, go ahead and make an endurance plus 20. Evo so far is the only one, and I will roll for Hardball.
Failed by 1.
Okay, hold on. And what have we got here? Oh, Hardball's awake. He came through it
Hardball
like
and
a
I,
champ.
bros with nerves like steel.
And Wolf, if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and roll it for you. Unless I hear otherwise. 20. And nah, Wolf's asleep too. All right. Now, Garrett, where are you? Garrett? Garrett? Griffin?
I'm sorry, I had some dog problems just now.
Not a worry. Where are you?
I'm on the roof, and given everything that's
Where?
happened, probably maybe around this area.
Okay, so you're going to be on the roof up here around where the entrance to the chimney is. And yes, someone relatively small could get in there and down. Certainly no one over 6 feet, but if you're relatively thin and under 6 feet, yeah, you could get yourself in there. And
That
so
sounds
you're
like
up there.
me.
Okay. And at this point, I want you, I'm going to put your token right over here. I want you to make it's dark, it's windy. Where are you looking? What are you doing up there?
Good question. I guess I'm mostly looking towards the docks and then sort of scanning around.
You're just sort of
every
scanning
now
around. Okay, what I want you to do then is to make a perception minus 20. It's dark, it's rainy, there's a little wind, it's hard to hear.
Okay, doke. I do have acute hearing if I might hear something coming up on me.
Uh-huh.
But I'll roll with minus 20. So this is going to be really 20. That is a awful roll.
Okay, hold on. Let me roll first.
Okay.
And this is no modifier. Do you want to reroll?
Yes,
Or resilience?
I think I do. And I think I'll go ahead and go with the resilience, actually.
Okay.
Because the penalty is just too large for me to handle right now.
Okay, so that's an automatic success. Now, at this point, mark your resilience down 1. So you should be down to 1 resilience, I think, and 1 resolve. Your resolve
Yes,
has
I
to
lower
match
that
your
too.
resilience.
Oop,
Right.
There we go.
And you do see a figure coming up over here, climbing up the side. It's cloaked. Actually, we're going to put it like right over here. Yeah, no. That's the right spot. Okay. Now, and you see a head coming up at the edge here, and it climbs up and it looks, and you want to try to hide?
Yes, I do. Let's see if
So-
I can out-stealth it.
Okay, so this is -20 for the perception, and you make a stealth. You want to beat a +1.
Oof. I'll go ahead and just use a fortune reroll on that.
There you go.
Because odds are I should be able to make that. I mean, I say that before I fail a second time in a row, but
Right.
I'll give
You're
myself
rolling.
a little credit.
There you go. You hide. Okay. This figure creeps slowly and cautiously towards the chimney entrance. You are hiding on the other side of the chimney, trying not to be seen. Is there anything special you want to do?
I'm going to go ahead and tell you what my plan is. I
Uh-huh.
want to wait for him to start going down the chimney, and when I hear him maybe about halfway down, I'm going to take my dagger out. I'm just going to let it drop down the chimney and clatter all the way down.
Okay. You have to make one more stealth. Well, no, you already made it. So you're hiding back over here. You see this thing. It's right next to you, but the darkness, the darkness, the rain are obscuring you, and this cloaked figure isn't expecting somebody up here on the roof, and didn't see you last time because you were over on another part of the roof, blocked by line of sight when it most likely snuck in and killed Bruno.
The funny
So
thing is, if he's been counting people too, he probably just assumes I've been asleep for hours as well.
right, and this figure climbs fits itself into the chimney top. But at this point, the figure he or she is so close to you. Is there anything special you want to do? And it's
Yeah,
really
stay
not a
perfectly
huge.
still and silent.
Right. Okay. Make a silent. I'm not going to
Maybe
oppose
like
this.
look upwards just to see if I can see their face cast in the moonlight or something like that. But
You have shadow.
yes, I do. In fact.
Okay, that's good. So which is higher? Well, actually, you're not shadowing, hiding. So make a.
Okay, so I will make a stealth check.
Mm-hmm. This isn't even going to. And ooh, let's see. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. So you stay perfectly still. This figure creeps into the chimney and is quietly lowering him or herself down. And now, what do you want to do?
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
He dropped something down the chimney, right?
That's what I was planning to do. I was saying.
He hasn't done
Oh,
it
So
yet.
that would
Okay,
be.
you
This
haven't.
is now the moment. He's going down the chimney. He's maybe a few feet down. It's hard to go back up. It's easy to go down, and he's just gonna let the dagger clatter down.
Might
Okay,
I
so
suggest
you-
throwing it?
Why don't you just cannonball into it?
I mean, that might be a secondary strategy, yes. But let's see how this goes first.
Okay, you're not up there
Bold,
yet, though.
bold strategy,
Okay.
Cotton.
So, Carrot, you're just going to let it clatter down? Boom. Okay.
Nope.
So, you loosen it. Clang, 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 clang. Alberic, door, wolf, lady, make an endurance to wake up.
I fumbled. Should I even roll?
Yeah, you can roll. Harball wakes up. Oh, he was already up. Wolf? I don't know.
Oh,
Wolf,
dear.
if you want to make a roll.
I like that this plan wouldn't work if everyone was literally asleep.
Okay. Door, you're still asleep. Lady, you do wake up. Okay, so you wake up.
Albert dies in his sleep.
Everyone else is still asleep. And clang, clang, clang. At this point, Harball nudges, elbows Alberic and Door, both sides. Boom, boom. Both of you make endurance plus 20. Evo, what do you do?
Let's see.
Oh my God, you're still asleep.
Yeah.
Alberic, you wake up.
I don't know. I assume that I could tell that came from the chimney, right?
Yeah, you hear something clang right down, and as you look, even in the darkness, you see something, a dagger sitting at the bottom of the chimney. It's been swept out, so there's nothing else there.
All right. So would the rest of us be like clearly visible from the direction of the
Yeah, all of you are visible to the chimney. You know, well, you have to actually go into and start climbing up. How big are you?
6'1", so
You're not
too
going to
big
be
get
able to fit
inside.
up. Yeah, you're going to have to see if this person's going to come down or not.
Yeah. My initial thought
Perfect
was,
opportunity to draw a bow and just aim it at the chimney or at the fire.
Yeah, how
Hearth.
big are you, Lady Tefane?
Tall. I'm like
You're
6'8".
But you could probably lie down with a bow.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah, or crouch down under and then just fire up. All right.
My initial plan was I was going to like make myself an obvious target while the rest of us are like off to the side to.
And Harball goes, should I get him? Should I go up?
I shake my head at Harval.
Okay.
And I'm going to move over here to the
There.
opposite, on the opposite of Tefane.
Okay.
Okay,
Lady-
I'll shoot an
Since
arrow
everyone
up in
else
it.
is there, I'm gonna move like over to this side so I can
Okay.
basically flank.
Great. Lady Tefane, I want you to highlight your token and roll your initiative.
Okay.
Ooh.
Under combat.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh. Wow. Okay, she actually beat you. And Garrett?
And that's
Oh, I'm sorry.
mine gets a +10 because of my talent.
Yes. Oh, okay. So if that's the for that talent, just put a modifier of +10 under your initiative if you haven't
All right.
already. Do you see what I mean? If it always comes into play, there's no reason to have to remember to add 10. So
Okay.
what you'd end up doing, Evo, is under modifiers for the eye roll. Yeah, you did it perfect. That's what you want.
I just didn't want to accidentally screw up my
No.
eye-based skills.
No, because, well, ooh, that's true, because it only comes into play for the initiative roll.
I was
You're
hoping
just
I
gonna,
could just make like a modified roll, but
yeah, just make a modified roll. Every time you roll it, you get 10. Or
well,
and
it
if I,
it didn't give me the prompt.
oh, it should. Oh, it doesn't? I guess
Uh,
not. Crud.
I could just do a characteristic roll at +10 and you put in the value if you'd like.
Well, it really is just the initiative. But if we add the +10 as a modifier, it's going to affect every single skill that uses it, and that's it's not supposed to.
I meant
All right.
adding making a straight roll, adding a roll modifier.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I should change the character sheet to add a modifier to the init roll, and I'll do that. I've got a few little changes I've got to put into the sheet anyway. All right, so Della realizes the gig is up. Hearing the clang, 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 realizes that he or she has lost the element of surprise and starts shimmying back up to the top. Where are you, Garrett? After you clang that thing down, what did you do?
I am now over the chimney, sword and shield in hand.
That was your surprise round. So you're right at the top of the chimney, right?
That is correct.
Okay. So she comes up and she is going to strike. I'm going to give her a -10 as she minus 20, actually. This is going to be hard. As she is in an awkward position, she is in an awkward position trying to attack you. Go ahead.
All right, let's give it a go.
With your shield. Oh,
With
and you
the
gain.
shield.
Yeah. Or with shield?
Even if that's the shield, one's still good.
Okay,
Yep.
you're going to take that. Yeah. So you just gained an advantage for that, and she missed.
One.
But she is going to still try to climb out. Do you want now? It's your okay, Lady Tefane.